Man, I kind of feel bad for Treyarch because what they've just done with this new dev talk has not only set the community ablaze for this game in a bad way, but also made it so that we have confirmation that a lot of old mechanics are not returning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this dev talk and see what's going on.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Drew.
Steve Bianchi here.
Mark Maestas.
And we're here.
I just want to say the fact that they are even doing this after backlash from the beta and whatnot is an incredible thing. I mean, I know what it's like to get into the heat of drama and having to come out and basically say something. So it's just tough because, like I said, Treyarch is at fault for some gameplay mechanics, but they can only go ever off of the statistics that Activision gives them. And I saw a great video recently just from Conjura talking about how camo grinding has destroyed COD zombies. More people are playing this modern zombie system. And so Activision is very uninclined to actually change it. And I feel like this is what we're about to see here.
From the Zombies team, and we're here today to answer questions coming out of the beta. What's changing from beta in Zombies? The beta was super helpful. We've never had this before. It was really cool to just get all sorts of data, especially at high rounds. And so a lot of the tuning we're going to be making is related to high round strats and damage values and things of that nature.
Let's get into some of the big ones. Are we getting a unique Zombies HUD this year? There is a unique HUD theme coming to...
Yeah, and that's great, okay? The fact that they're instantly addressing the biggest issue right off the gate is huge because the Zombies HUD was literally just the MP HUD. I would have preferred that they just didn't even have a HUD, honestly. Like, don't even throw in the multiplayer HUD next time if you do a beta because that just sets people off because... what we've seen and what COD players have been trained to learn from the past beta is that the Black Ops 3 beta was basically the full game as a playable demo. And same thing with the Black Ops 4 beta. And that's why so many people, including myself, are so scared. And I'm glad that they are addressing this head on, as well as them not confirming that this is just like the Black Ops 3 Giant HUD or the Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil HUD. This is a unique Zombies HUD. How great is it going to look? I'm not totally sure, but regardless, though, this is a W for me.
Zombies at launch. We're really excited to have that in BO7 and look for some more in the upcoming seasons.
Why didn't Treyarch show off any HUD themes at COD Next?
Right.
It simply just wasn't ready to show yet. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't really blame Treyarch for this. I feel like this was obviously kind of a rush decision from Activision in a lot of ways. They probably saw also that the playable demographic was really down bad for the Reckoning because... I mean, that last DLC for Black Ops 6, I'm going to be for real. I have never seen the Zombies community less hyped or just the general Call of Duty audience less hyped for a map than the Reckoning. And especially the way that it ended the storyline, like, it's really sad. I don't feel bad really at all for Activision because I know that's why they put in the beta. I feel bad here for Treyarch because... they probably were just rushed into this. This was probably a very last-minute decision for them.
we do COD Next. We use a build that's, at this point, a couple months dated.
Right.
And so...
well, and that's the other thing, because they're right now focusing on the main game still, and Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, as I've made in a video earlier, were both made simultaneously. So this is just really tragic to hear. I feel really bad for Kevin here, man.
A feature that was later in our development cycle. The Zombies HUD theme is very unique for the mode. We're really excited about it, and we're going to show it to you before launch.
Great.
Weapons didn't feel strong enough after round 30 in the beta, so how are we going to address that?
We are looking at the higher rounds, and it's important for us that players are able to continuously play and maintain their ammunition by killing zombies, getting points, buying ammo, and
This is the issue, though, right? It's tough because in old games, every gun had a purpose. Even if it was not killing zombies, it was creating points, right? And this is an issue I had found. You could get a triple pap weapon in the BO7 beta, get it to gold rarity, and it would fall off so hard in like round 25. And it's like, dude... in the old games, bro, you could have a single pack punch weapon and be totally fine. And this is the problem where I realize that, like, Treyarch really can't work outside of the box that Activision is putting them in. It's really sad to see that. Also, they're forcing the developers as well to come out and say it, because Activision would never come out publicly.
the cycle continues. You didn't have access to your augments in the beta. Day one, you'll have access to anything you've unlocked in BO6. and that's going to be really helpful for maintaining your economy.
So
I actually think that he's right. The augments will make a big difference. It's just unfortunate, though, that for some reason, COD likes to keep these weapons really weak because it means more player time, it means more grinding, and which is now the staple of what COD Zombies is in the modern sense, right? This is how the whole game mode has been engineered since Black Ops Cold War, and because of the statistics of everyone playing it, they're not going to change it, man.
for the saw blade trap, we did decide to increase the price just a little bit there. We saw that a lot of players were spending a little bit of essence and almost making that all back. So we're going to bump that up, and we're also going to reduce the traction on that.
Which is tough because the trap was probably the most unique aspect of Black Ops 7. I totally understand why they're going to nerf it, but it's very bad because now essentially what this means is that the highest round, which I think was like 617, is probably never going to be achievable again. And a lot of these weapon changes are probably going to be extremely minuscule to what's actually happened in the beta. And that's why I was saying during the beta, it might actually be that the beta was a better experience than the main game, even with augments, which is really sad in my opinion.
So, we have this change with SMGs, where at really close ranges, you'll get a damage bonus. The shock baton
Good, because the SMGs were super weak especially.
is getting some adjustments too. We wanted to make sure the weapon is balanced with the new abilities of heavy attack and critical attack. It was doing pretty significant damage during the beta, and we wanted to make sure we have room to grow with other weapons and give them their own identities.
I also just think that they need to fix the meta of zombies in general. For every single modern zombies game, the meta has been a shotgun. Even in Vanguard for a lot, it was a shotgun because it's something that when you fire has the most amount of pellets per one bullet. And that's why it's always better than an LMG, an AR, an SMG. Like in Cold War, it was the Gallo or the Hauer. In Black Ops 6, it was the ASG or the Maelstrom. And we know, again, for Black Ops 7, it's going to be another shotgun. And that is my biggest issue with the way that this system is built. It's built in a way that they want you to shoot a ton of bullets. And so because of that, the shotgun and its pellet fire is always going to be the best. It's been a proven thing now in every single modern zombies game. And that needs to be fixed. I mean, double tap, sure, can help mitigate it, but it still makes the shotguns the top weapon class every time you play these games.
Also made some other minor adjustments to a few other weapons, which you can find out
when we go live. Why was the Doppelgast in the beta?
Great question. And I'm curious what Kevin's going to say here. This is a tough one.
So we want to make sure that each survival map kind of has its own identity, and we thought that at round 40, it's high enough rounds to kind of add in a little bit of variety to kind of spice up the loop there. We thought that the Doppelgast is a great kind of intermediate between the Zersa and the normal zombies and the Rabbit.
I get where he's coming from. Listen, I get where he's coming from. But the thing is like, it just ruins enemy diversity in that regard. Like, when you look at a Black Ops 4 map, let's say like 9, and you see how many unique enemies are in just that one map, and you compare that now to like Black Ops 6 now and the Black Ops 7 beta, the Doppelgast should have stayed on Citadel, bro. This is what I always say. It should not have ever appeared after that, because that's like if we had Black Ops 1 and they put the Ascension Monkeys in Shangri-La, and they did, but even when they did that, they completely changed the way it worked, right? And I feel like this was just not a big enough change. The main change was that they just decreased the spawn rate, which is not good enough. I mean, Shangri-La also still has the Napalm Zombie and the Shrieker Zombie, and then Moon has an Astronaut. It doesn't have to be this ramp up in difficulty from something we've seen before. It's interesting because they could even take enemies also from Black Ops 4. Like, what about a bigger Catalyst enemy? Or what about the Gladiators from 9? Or what about the Giganese from Ancient Evil? This is what I mean. It seems like they're sticking so safe here, and I definitely don't like that.
But that's going to be something like each survival map will kind of have its own unique identity. Don't expect the Doppelgast to be in every survival map. This might be the only survival map it's in.
Please. The Doppelgast shouldn't even be in Black Ops 7. Let's just be for real.
Is every special and elite enemy from Black Ops 6 coming to Black Ops 7?
Great question.
No. So for the most part, the enemies from Black Ops 6 aren't coming over. In general, like the evolutionary chain from Black Ops 6, so Parasite, Vermin, and Amalgam are not coming to Black Ops 7.
No manglers.
Oh, thank God, bro. The fact that that's even a joke, bro, is actually insane. Like, the Black Ops 6 launch basically, like, scarred everyone for that. Bro, Manglers and GK, still the best Manglers, man.
Tell us more about Cursed. I would love to tell you more about Cursed, but the mode is inherently built to be about discovery
Secret.
and letting the community figure out what is all in there.
I like this. I like that they're not just putting it all out in a blog post. I think already in a lot of ways they put out too much. And I know that this interview later, there's a question about Curse that really set off a lot of the zombies community, but they should just keep it secret. They shouldn't have even announced it, in my opinion. I think the only reason they announced it was because of the backlash of BO6 mechanics and that they had to put this in, man.
So we're trying to kind of strike that balance of letting you know the general shape of the mode. It's a harder, more advanced mode. And once you're in there, you have the classic point system, no mini map.
Okay, that's huge. Classic point system. That's a W. We've been asking for this for years now.
You start with a pistol. But
Nice.
besides that, there's other attributes that change, like ammo costs and things like that. But
Cool.
what you're doing in there is you're trying to find these relics. And each relic is this additional difficulty modifier. So
Right.
you find that, you unlock it permanently, and you can activate relics and make the mode even harder. But by doing so, you'll also unlock additional rewards. And the first reward is once you hit kind of tier 1, is golden armor now becomes available and Cursed as a wall buy. With that said,
Okay, that's pretty cool. So I am glad that they are at least bringing back mechanics that mitigate the armor. Like, I think the golden armor is going to be a very big staple of Black Ops 7 Zombies. Do I like armor as a mechanic? Should it be in the game? No. I would prefer even the shields from Black Ops 2, 3, and 4. I would prefer just having Jug, you know, or Widow's Wine even, bro, over armor. Because I know armor in some sense has been kind of hidden in the older games, like in Widow's Wine or the shield in some maps, but it's just the way this modern system is. Every zombie does so much damage that if you had no armor, it would be way too difficult, bro. There's no just 5-hit down system in zombies anymore. It isn't as clean as that. And I think they even know that if they excluded armor, because I know there's a segment up here that they talk about how armor is going to be in Cursed. If they excluded it, so many people would never be able to play Curse because it would be way too difficult for them. And that is 100% the reason why armor's still in this game.
let's try to answer some of the questions you do have about the mode. Can we get Cursed at launch without having to unlock it? So we know there's a lot of discussion about this, and we totally understand that players want to experience this version of zombies. So what we're gonna do is unlock Cursed as soon as someone out in the world completes the main quest in.
That's really good. I really appreciate that. I think that is a great idea because for the people that aren't really like hardcore fans, the casual fans, they just want to load up and play OG Zombies, man. And I really hope, this is the thing I hope with Black Ops 7, is that they see the numbers of people playing more Cursed than modern mechanics, and they end up changing the next game because of that. Because the way you see it right now, this game is still going to have BO6 mechanics. But if more people are playing Cursed, that is going to change. So please, if you're watching this, play Cursed.
Ashes of the
Please.
Damned. We'll make sure that everyone's able to go into that mode once that main quest has been solved.
This is
No
great.
pressure. Will there be a relic to remove armor in Cursed? No.
And this is, I think, obviously where a lot of people got upset, including myself, because I hate armor. I think it's the just least innovative way of adding in more padding to the player. It's not really zombies at all. It's just straight up a Warzone mechanic still introduced. There's so many different ways for them to make it more innovative. I think they say here about how golden armor is going to be that replacement, and that's going to be probably the biggest relic people unlock. And so once that is in the game, I think it will solve a lot of the armor issue. It's just unfortunate, though, that Treyarch couldn't figure this out themselves, which is kind of an L in my opinion.
You really need armor to survive these high rounds. It's a harsh world out there. Without
Yeah.
armor, you die pretty quickly. So we do have an augment for Vulture Raid that will automatically replay an armor piece for you when you pick it up. But also,
I think that's good that he mentions that, but it's also just like, it should never be hidden in a bunch of different mechanics like a Vulture Raid augment to just have a basic health system. You know, I think that was the simplicity that so many people miss from COD.
so there's golden armor, which you can get after you
Yeah.
upgrade to 3 plates.
You're going to need golden armor in Cursed. It's a really challenging mode. When you start stacking those relics at higher tiers,
Yeah.
it's essential.
Can we
Yeah.
get some legacy weapons in BO7 zombies, like the Olympia and PPSH 40?
Wasn't the aren't these both in BO6 as well? I mean, it's crazy because it always brings me back to like BO3 Garad Trophy when they added in the PPSH and how crazy of a moment that was for the community. And I don't think we really get that excitement anymore for COD Zombies, especially with just like one random submachine gun. You know what I mean? It's tough. I think they will obviously throughout the seasons, but it'll never feel the same.
One. We've seen the discussion about this, and we are looking into how this might be doable, but no promises. Was the
That's a tough answer though. On the X52 resonator.
X52 resonator from season 6
It looks
originally
like a
supposed
wonder
to be
weapon.
a wonder weapon.
Yeah.
So we've seen your theories online. Sometimes the community can be pretty accurate, but in this case, no. This weapon was concepted a couple months after Shattered Veil had shipped, and it's
Interesting.
intended for the season 6 haunting. You know, where the weapons team could really let loose and create another fantastic weapon. This one in particular is
They should do this every season, I'm going to be for real. The fact that we don't just get like a wonder weapon included at launch, even just a seasonal thing, is kind of lame in my opinion. Honestly, I feel like Black Ops 6's in like postseason launch content was kind of terrible for a lot of it, especially because I know later on in this video they confirmed that BO6 is not getting a super egg. And I don't know. It's just kind of sad with all the hype and all the buildup leading to it. Like Black Ops 6 ended up kind of being a more mediocre game in a lot of ways than even Cold War. Like Cold War had more interesting wonder weapons.
made for
It's kind of sad.
the whole game. So MP and zombies.
What was the highest round someone reached during the beta?
617.
It was 617.
Which is crazy because I thought Treyarch was like pretty confident of someone getting the 999, but I guess there just wasn't enough time.
Which is an impressive number given the time that players had to play Van Dorn Farm. So congratulations. Will there be a super Easter egg in Black Ops 7? A super Easter egg is something that we care a lot about. We know the community cares a lot about, and we want to do it right.
I'm glad they at least are addressing this, so it does seem like there's going to be one in BO7.
So it's something we're looking into for Black Ops 7. This being a continuation from 6 to 7, it makes a lot of sense if we're going to do one to have it at the end of this year.
Thanks.
I just kind of wish that Black Ops 6 and 7 were the same game. This is because of the Activision's 2-year cycle now of they gave Treyarch 2 years and then they give Infinity Ward 2 years now to make their games. And I don't know. I just feel like it kind of makes people realize how spread thin the content is throughout these 2 years.
For the feedback during the beta, we love the passion from the community.
We want to keep things as much of a secret as we can for zombies,
This is
but
good.
we will have more details coming soon as we head towards launch. See you then.
See you then.
Great interview. I have to be honest. The only thing I'm just upset about here is that it kind of confirms that Treyarch can't escape the modern zombie system. This is the box that Activision placed them in. And whether that makes or breaks Black Ops 7 to you, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comment section below. Personally, for me, it's tough hearing this as an OG fan, but I'll see you guys in the next one.